Oh, good morning to you. It's day 13 and ready for the next bit of wall we'll be putting up shortly once I've got a little bit of work to do on it, and then so on with the day. This insulation comes in different thicknesses and widths. I really want the thin stuff for what I'm doing. This one's 150 millimeters or 15 centimeters, and in between each, this piece here is going to have 3 pieces in, all put together. So between each piece I want a piece of this insulation so that there's no gaps and no drafts can come through. This is the doorway. Certainly don't want drafts around the doorway. Once I've got a piece in position and it's all nice, I can clamp it in position before nailing. You can get the clamp on. Nice and tight. I did have 3 clamps but 1 broke. So I'm managing with 2. I just nail it through. And that's how you create these great thick pieces of timber, and without any gaps, without any place where drafts are going to come through. Very important thing to do. A lot of houses you see are not doing that, and the result is they get drafts around the doors and they're wondering why. That's exactly why. You could also replace this with spray foam if you wanted. You could do one or the other. This tends to be cheaper and very effective. This will withstand any draft at all, whereas Penna, the spray foam, has various cold properties. It could have certain degrees. Obviously the lower the temperature, the more you'll pay, where this is kind of universal, goes at any kind of temperature. This doorway should only have a single piece of wood in there and then one upright in there, but in experience it's probably a bad idea to just put one piece of wood in there. Cush you. So I put double headers in, so another piece of timber in there, then an upright, and that way then, I mean this is a doorway so it's not going to do anything, but that way, especially on windows, it's like putting a lintel in a brick house. You don't get sagging windows, you don't get stuck windows, etc, etc. So you know, when you put a single piece of timber in, then a great big window, then you wonder why the window won't open or it's cracked or whatever. That's the reason. I'm not putting headers, double headers in. So that's next. Hello YouTubers, well this is the end of day 13. Bad boy, haven't done much today. It was just, the sun was absolutely blazing down on me. I was like, I can't do much today. So, but we did do a bit this morning and a bit this evening. So I should give you a quick look of what I've been up to. So this is today's activities. Was obviously I put that wall up that I didn't video, but anyway, that's life. But that's all secured now, and of course now I had to put in separately because basically what happened was I split the wall into two to make it lighter to lift, and I forgot about this diagonal bracing. So if I'd have had my brains, I'd have made the wall a bit that way. But anyway, so I had to put it in, then cut these two bottom ones in by hand, but no big deal. It's in, it's safe. And the most important things on these types of construction is that you've got insulation between the pieces of wood. If not, that will blow a gale through there, even with membrana on and all the rest of it. And up here as well, same thing, insulation between the two pieces of timber so that you don't get that. And of course, where the walls join, insulation, and of course on the floor. Very, very important. So this is what I'm up to today. I brought some more timber across, and this is, I started on this next frame, which is 4 meters, which is a bit of a handful for me and the wife together, but I think we can do it. It's not, shouldn't be that heavy. Like it, same as that, we'll leave the window out and do that later, so that it's and also if you put the window in later, you can put a laser level on and get them all at the same height, if the windows are at the same height, that is. So yeah, that's the frame. Tomorrow morning, hopefully we'll bang that in, and that'll be that all completed. And then once that's in, then we're going to turn our attentions to some of the inside walls. So this inside wall here will be coming in, probably, maybe the toilet and corridor wall will come in, the bathroom wall will come in. We'll do all that, and the reason simply is that if I run out of timber or run out of nails, one or the other, this stuff's going to be free floating. It's going to be here all winter, and I don't want it to go over. So if I do the internal wall, it'll be secure, won't go anywhere, and I can probably put on the top plate as well, or the verkliga piaska. Okay, so that's today's progress. That's today's progress. Didn't do much. It was very, very hot, so I retreated to the Butovka and hid in there for a while. Had a little nap while the sun. It's just, this really is a sun trap. And I was moaning about the weather, and now I'm moaning about the sun. So, like a woman, can't be pleased. So anyway, tomorrow hopefully get a bit more done, and I'm in no rush. There's a lot to do, so there's no point in thrashing myself and then burning out kind of thing. So might as well just take my time and plod along and get it done. YouTubers, and we're on day, I think, 14, and guess what? The sun is out trying to kill me yet again. But anyway, I'll turn you around and show you what I'm up to today. So I just thought I'd show you this before I do it. This piece of timber here is perfectly usable. Nothing wrong with it, but it does have a little bit of the skin on there, all the way up on both sides, tiny bit, but it's perfectly fine inside a wall. But it has to be cleaned first, so I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So this is the thing I'm using, an angle grinder with a sanding disc. This is not a new disc, but it'll do the job. Doesn't matter how old it is really for this. Just an old disc will do it. So I'll show you how to do it. So that's how you can clean it off. I'm not sure if I can get it without the sun right in my face, but that's how you clean it off anyway. And that timber is now perfectly usable But if you do that, don't forget to spray your timber. YouTubers, so this is a hot day, a long hot day again, but we did get some progress done, so I'll turn you around and show you what I've been up to. So this is the wall that I was going to put up, and now it's up. So there we go, one more wall done, and so that's what we've got so far. Oh, dog helping out. So yeah, wife keeping it all clean. She's over there sweeping. Better to keep your work area clean actually, so you don't step on nails and things. So, but anyway, that's it. Another day done. Tomorrow's activities is that wall there, that back wall there, or part of. That's the plan tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good morning YouTube. So I think we're on day 15 and going on to the back wall today, so follow along. Yeah, so I thought I'd insert this bit into the video about these cheap Chinese knockoff tools that we're getting here now. What's good and what's bad about them. What's good, they'll do the job, just about. 150 by 50s they struggle with, they will cut through, but they're a bit slack. What does happen is you get two of these batteries with it, they've got that little indicator on that is about as useful as nothing. They get hot very quickly, and in the hot sun here they've got a thermo cut off and they just stop working, so you can't recharge them and you can't use them. So the best way to use one of these is to keep swapping out the battery, do a couple of cuts, swap out the battery, put it on charge, let it cool down, and keep it, certainly I've got one down here on charge all the time in the shade, so that you never so they don't get too hot. That's the first thing. What else about it? Look here, your hand in here, this digs into your hand here, and I bent it back as far as I could, but so you need to get hold of it at the back there, stop it from digging into your hand. Very small amount there, look. You really need to be careful of that. Some other bad things, this thing is, yeah, quality 0. Just about does it. Gets in the way more than anything. If you can imagine the angle of the cut, this, you know, constantly moving, so you need to be constantly checking that that's at 90 degrees if you're cutting 90 degrees. I would say for cutting lengths down, this will be useless. You won't get 6 meters out of this. You might get 25 and you might cut one down, but 150 by 50s, you're pissing in the wind, you might say. You have no chance. So Makita, it ain't Makita. Some generic Chinese knockoff. But I knew that when I got it. It was my DeWalt is broken, and so I can get it fixed. This is just a temporary. I mean, 6,000 rubles. What's that in dollars? 60 quid, 60 pounds, or $60 roughly. Does the job, but for professional use, no way on earth. It's right if you're taking time like me, you're building. You can move to it, you can have a cup of tea while the batteries cool down, but a professional, no way on this earth is it useful. If you're a professional builder or you're building lots of houses, you need to go and buy the original and lots of batteries. But yeah, basically okay for light work at home. Oh, so I'll just show you what I'm about to do. So this is going to be the window. If you can imagine, this is kind of upside down. So if you're looking at it this way, the window's up there. But anyway, underneath it, for this structure is going to be 3 pieces put in there, making a total of 4, and then 2 pieces here. So another one here. So between each piece, you've got to have some of this insulation. If you don't, once again, wind will gale through there in the cold Russian winter. So again, it's time consuming, but that's the difference between quality housing and being just thrown up. So I'll give you a close up of this so you can see. Remember, this is upside down, so if you can imagine when it's flipped up, the window goes to the top. So as you can see, we've got 3 or 4 pieces there, and then you got 2 pieces here, and each one insulation in between, and of course sprayed. Next is this diagonal bracing, ukosina in Russian. Has to be cut into the timber now. It's a long old process to do that with a battery saw, so I'm expecting that to take probably an hour to do that, the one piece. So enjoy. Oh, good evening YouTube. I forgot to record this earlier, so I'm recording it now. I'm editing the videos every day, so I forgot to add this in, sorry. So it's night time, but we've got the wall up today, as you can see. So just quick look at this. I'll flick around and have a quick look at it now. So that's the wall up. You see that's the moon up there. Where is it? There's the moon. So that's the wall up today, and tomorrow is on with the next bit of wall right there. So see you tomorrow.